Good morning, November 8, 2009. I'm back in Utah. It's been quite a week going out to California. I'm going to talk about gold. A lot of my subscribers, MOT, look what's going on with gold. Yep, I've been aware. I'll check in here and there, but obviously I'll talk about it. And mostly this will be a big picture thing on gold. Specifically, gold hit 1150 today, this morning. 1,150 an ounce. So, perspective on that. I get just my immediate thoughts on the price of gold this morning before the sun comes up here in Utah. And I want to talk about my trip a lot. There's a lot of things in the stream, so I'll probably do at least 2 or 3 videos today. Gold's going to hit 2,000. It's just like when gold was, I knew gold would go up for years, but let's say when gold was at 666, like on YouTube say it. So gold's at 666, buy it, get rid of paper, it's going to hit 1,000. Well, it hit 1,000, and then it dipped back down. I was just noticing that the 1-year change in gold is 55%. So a few stocks have done that. Of course, real estate has not done that in 99.5% of markets. But gold continues to escalate because there's demand for gold. And I'm going to talk about some specific things I learned in Los Angeles. I'm really glad I made the trip. I'm jumping in the ocean, stuff like that. It's good for me to clear my head a little bit. But I was in 100% learning mode from the people, from the situations. You got 10 million people in the U.S. economy down there. So I'm going to talk about that, what I saw and felt, and my observations on what's going on down in the whole Southern California area. But gold's going to keep going way higher. So people, should I get in now? There's not going to be a sell-off in gold that will be sustained. You can't print and make gold come out of nowhere, which you can do with paper currencies, and which has been done with every paper currency in the history of the world, and has been done with the US dollar is being done right now. So you see gold ads everywhere. When I see the news, it's always like 2 years old to me, so I'm always thinking in the future, but I try to bring it back 6 months or something that interests everybody, because most people aren't really interested in 2 or 3 years in the future, like what's really going to happen, or they say there's no way it could happen. So gold. Let's talk about gold, and we can talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the next few months. And since you're manoftruth subscribers, I'll even tell you what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years. Right now, I'll tell you. Gold will bounce around. I'm not trading gold. Of course, I love Newmont. I've loved it since it was $12 a share. At $39, I was like dying to buy some options. Didn't have the funds to do it. Still don't have the funds to do it. But Newmont will continue to go up. I think it's a good, solid company. Things can happen to specific companies. I was talking with a very knowledgeable individual down there. We're talking about Drewy. So, he's in a basket of ETFs, which I think is a great place to be. And I think those will continue to go up. But as the dollar collapses, and of course it's collapsing, and people, MOT, you're on the beach, it's collapsing. Believe me, I'm aware, and some of you realize too, heaven knows I need a break. And it was a great break jumping in the ocean down there. But gold will continue to march up. I guess I'll start to get kind of interested in the price when it's over 1,300. Then it'll hit 1,500. Then we'll see it hit 2,000. And because I really don't believe I'll be streaming 2 years from now. I don't believe that. I think the internet will not be functioning as we know it now 2 years from now. So I'll tell you what I think will be happening down there. At some point within the next 2 or 3 years, roughly, if I can stream, or who knows, if we're out here in the mountains by campfires or with our own new internet system, and hydrogen-powered cars, because we have freedom to use the kind of energies we really want to use, then at some point, there's going to be some massive gold discoveries, and that'll plummet the price of gold. So those people holding gold and depending on it to be wealthier than everybody else will be kind of disappointed, because there'll be so much new gold discovered that the price of gold will come way down, much to the chagrin of those that are like Midas. They keep hoarding gold and saying, this is it. I'm richer than everybody else. I got more bags of gold. The classic story. So gold will continue to go up. Of course, it's going to go up to 1,300, 1,500, 2,000. Of course, as far as denominated in U.S. dollars. And then somewhere up there,
there'll be some massive gold mine discoveries, and then people stop being so focused on gold. That's why I think it's been good to be focused on gold. It's up 55% a year. Of course, back from 666, it's just about a double, and it'll be another double, I think, before these new discoveries come online. But let me just, on this topic of gold, down in Los Angeles, I learned a lot. I met a new Korean friend called Mike, brilliant, and talk about street level. I mean, this isn't CNBC. I'll tell you that. And it was great for me. I love learning new things. A lot of times when I listen to people, it's things I already know. I'm just polite, and I try to be polite. But this time, when I went down there, I learned some new things. So here's what's going on down in Los Angeles area. According to this one very brilliant Korean guy, who's a brilliant entrepreneur in my estimation, a lot of people have lost their houses. People have lost cars. They've sold off assets. So now what are they doing? Yeah, you see it on TV. Bring in your gold. Bring in your old this and that. Well, on those TV ads and everywhere else, they're giving people, from what I understand, 20 or 30%, maybe 40% of the gold value. So people are selling their old family heirloom jewelry, jewelry they've had for a long time. People that they wouldn't sell, they're holding on to the things they don't want to sell. But now they're desperate to pay bills or whatever, and they're bringing in gold. And this gentleman, he handed me some gold there, and I was holding it in my hand, and you can just tell the feeling of gold because it's like, it's heavy. Gold's heavy. It's a real heavy metal. It's amazing, and I was holding I think 5 to 7 ounces. He'd have us guess, and I was kind of able to guess. So at melted down prices, that's $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 you're just holding in your hand, and people are giving these things on TV are giving people like $1,000, $1,500 for their melted down family jewelry and all that kind of stuff. So that's what's going on. I saw that firsthand, and I was really grateful they shared that with me. And you'll find out more about that in some upcoming stuff on YouTube. So it's pretty sad, really, pretty sad. So a lot of Americans that had gold, family heirlooms, and bracelets, women, their gold collections, being melted down. And then, once again, this great guy, Mike, this Korean guy, he said, well, guess who's buying it? And he's so direct, I just love it, like bullet point conversation here with my kind of stuff sometimes. Chinese, all the Chinese are buying their gold people. So Americans are taking their old gold jewelry, getting melted down. They're getting anywhere from 20 cents to 20% to 90% value for it. This person happens to buy it at 90% value. So wow, that's good. That's good. But who's buying it? The Chinese. China. So the Chinese are obviously switching some of their dollars for gold, even at prices of, and the spot market, I didn't realize the spot market was so much. I mean, to buy gold is like $80, $100 over spot. I wasn't aware of that because it's hard to follow everything simultaneously. Even though I am back here and I'm going to try to focus and talk about a bunch of things. So people are buying gold like crazy. India bought tons of gold right there. Gold around 1080, 1100 an ounce. This will continue to happen. People will sell their gold. China, people that are smart, have stocked up on gold, and they'll continue to stock up on gold. Don't have to worry about a huge devaluation, confiscation possibly, because here in the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who I'm not a fan of, had policies to confiscate people's gold. So gold will continue to escalate tremendously. You'll watch it go 1,300, 1,400. And when it hits 2,000, I don't know exactly when, but when you print trillions of dollars and push buttons to electronically make it, it's de facto for sure that it will happen, valued in dollars. Okay? I'm going to dive into the financial markets because I've had a lot of reminders. Hey, MOT, boom, 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 boom. Believe me, I needed a vacation. I know I look kind of like it now, but I drove 2,500 miles in those few days there and slept in all kinds of places and on floors. And it's great to visit Beverly Hills and Santa Monica, but And then, I'll just end this video with this. But I slept in my car because I was traveling in the middle of the night outside of Winnemucca, 15 degrees. 15 degrees. So believe me, I'm experiencing cold now. I was very grateful for a wool blanket I had in the car. And then when it gets too cold, you just gotta wake up and start driving again. That's all there is to it. Okay, rock on, everybody. Ciao.